And let's now talk about what's happening in the United States. President Donald Trump's rare visit to the under-renovation Fed headquarters is making headlines for an on-camera tussle. This happened during Trump's tour on Thursday. Take a look.
So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about $3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added.
Our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
But it's
So
not new.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening, and it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them, but we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use, but no, we don't. We expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
The tense exchange over renovation costs compounds an ongoing rift between Trump and Powell as the U.S. president continues to push the Fed chief to cut interest rates and repeatedly criticize Powell, who Trump had appointed himself in 2017 during his first presidential tenure. But the U.S. president has turned down the heat on the future of Powell's remaining tenure, saying that firing the Fed chief is a big move and not necessary. The latest remarks coming after Trump called Powell a, quote, numbskull early this week, among other adjectives. The Fed plays a crucial role in setting U.S. monetary policy, balancing inflation, employment, economic growth. Powell also highlighted the risks of Trump's tariffs on inflation, underscoring the complex economic landscape.
Lower the target for the federal funds rate by 0.25%.
Going straight across now to Susan Teherani, our correspondent, who's been tracking those developments for us. Susan, it's very interesting, this tussle, but also Trump, in a way, his reaction on on the Fed chief's tenure, calling it a big move to fire the Fed chief. And we're looking at this rift, which continues to make headlines for a number of controversial reasons.
Yeah, Molly, that was very interesting. And it was just so classic Donald Trump, hiring somebody himself and then putting the person on the spot sometime later. Really, it was a moment made for television. And this is a president that understands television. Remember, he had his reality TV show, The Celebrity Apprentice, where he would fire individuals and say, you're fired on the spot, and everything would happen sort of on camera. This really resembled something like that. And although, this moment sort of ended in a lighthearted laughter when one of the reporters asked, is there anything that would change your mind regarding Powell? He sort of laughed, pat him on the back and said, well, he could lower interest rates. So, yeah, it was a tense moment, but it was also very strategically planned by the president and his team to, first of all, be the first president to go there in 20 years. Critics say it questions the Fed's independence when Trump goes there like that, but he's also a real estate developer. So he sort of mixed in this renovation with, putting pressure on Powell regarding the interest rates to somewhat tarnish his image as an overspender, maybe perhaps, even though some of the comments he made weren't accurate. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. When that kind of messaging is out there, then the impression is already made, and sort of like how he's reckless with money, so to say. But nonetheless, he, without making an official announcement, he stopped short of saying that he's not going to fire Powell. He knows the backlash he's going to receive of that. But nonetheless, he didn't shy away from somewhat humiliating him in front of the public.
Right. We're leaving it there for the moment, Susan. Thanks very much.